What are some forgotten fantasy subgenres to write? Imagine stepping into a world where magic is woven into everyday life in ways you never expected. Sometimes, the most intriguing stories come from subgenres that are not in the spotlight. If you want to stand out as a fantasy writer, exploring lesser-known or forgotten subgenres can open up a treasure chest of ideas. These subgenres offer fresh settings, themes, and storytelling styles that can help your stories feel unique and memorable. One such subgenre is fantasy of manners. Instead of epic battles or grand quests, these stories focus on social rules, etiquette, and relationships within a magical world. Think of stories that resemble classic literature like Jane Austen's works but with a magical twist. They challenge you to create complex characters and detailed social worlds, making your story rich with character interactions and intrigue. It's a great way to develop nuanced characters and explore societal themes in a fantasy setting. Another interesting subgenre is animal or anthropomorphic fantasy. Here, animals are the main characters, often with human traits and societies. These stories can explore themes like morality, community, and survival from a non-human perspective. Classic examples include stories like Watership Down, which uses rabbits to explore human issues. Writing in this subgenre allows you to experiment with allegory and create imaginative worlds where animals lead the narrative, offering a different way to tell stories about ethics and society. Alternative history fantasy blends real historical events with magical elements. It asks the question, what if history had taken a different turn because of magic or supernatural forces? You could reimagine the Renaissance or Victorian era with magic influencing politics or warfare. This subgenre requires research to keep historical details accurate while adding your own imaginative twists. It's perfect for writers who love history and want to add a layer of fantasy that feels grounded yet exciting. Sword and sorcery is a subgenre that sometimes gets overshadowed by epic fantasy. It features gritty, action-packed stories with roguish heroes, magic, and ancient evils. These tales often take place in primitive or harsh settings and focus on personal survival and cunning. If you enjoy fast-paced stories with a raw edge, this subgenre offers plenty of room for crafting stories about individual heroes facing dangerous challenges rather than large-scale quests. Portal fantasy involves characters from the real world entering a magical realm. While it's not forgotten, it is less common than other subgenres. It's a great way to explore themes of discovery, transformation, and the contrast between the familiar and the fantastical. You can create stories where characters learn about themselves as they navigate new worlds, blending the everyday with the extraordinary. Fairy tale and folklore fantasy draw inspiration from traditional stories and myths. These stories often include morals, magic, and archetypal characters. You can reimagine classic fairy tales or folklore from different cultures, adding your own modern or darker twists. This subgenre allows you to tap into cultural myths and archetypes, giving your stories a timeless yet fresh feel. Finally, there is fantasy of ideas, which uses magical worlds to explore philosophical questions or ethical dilemmas. These stories tend to be more introspective and less action-driven. If you enjoy pondering big questions about existence, morality, or consciousness, this subgenre offers a rich playground for your ideas. Exploring these forgotten or overlooked subgenres can help you develop a distinctive voice and craft stories that stand out. They push you to think creatively about world building, character development, and themes. Picking a subgenre that excites you can lead to stories that feel fresh and engaging, helping your storytelling grow in new and exciting directions.